I'm here to talk about devices that are deployed in the workplace and are used for helping managing work, services work, and how they have been used by some of our customers who claim up to 40% operating cost savings. We have some case studies here to show that. We're happy to take them with you. My name is Jim Hyland from In2Sequence. And for the next few minutes I'll talk about the significant savings that can be made if a work management system, a next-gen work management system is deployed using devices in the field. So the first thing about the systems is that they need to be comprehensive. So what you have is devices in the field collecting information, so the question is what happens to that information when it comes back to base. We would suggest that the entrance exam for any system would be a system that has these qualities, and I'll explain what each of them means. First is that the system is comprehensive and is capable of understanding the data and using it in as many contexts as possible. Second is that it's configurable, because if it's not, you have to tailor the system. It costs a lot of money to write bespoke software. It is difficult to maintain, and it's non-future-proof. It needs to be connected, and in this new age where you have devices in the field, not only connected with, integrated with existing systems like legacy systems and compliance systems such as SAP and Oracle Financials and various financial systems, also integrated with your specialist systems such as 3D space management systems, conference booking systems, and so on. So there are specialist systems that need to be connected. Also, it needs to be connected with devices in the field and managing those devices. So when the devices in the field have problems, you know about it and you can fix it. And you can set up workflows to keep the system running, and that the system should be self-maintaining. The system needs to be collaborative, so that you're getting a lot of information from the field, you're sending a lot of information out, a lot of information is in your database. You can use that information to help people work better together. In the services industry, naturally work matters, just like in the gold mining industry, gold matters, and oil industry, oil matters. However, what we've noticed, and we've researched a few hundred companies all over Europe, is that a lot of information for work is managed with islands of information. The most common software tool for managing work is Excel spreadsheets. So we have seen that a lot of companies, no company uses islands of information for managing their finance. The finance is where the money is, so people don't use spreadsheets for payments. What happens with payments is there's one central nervous system, one central system, one database. Everybody who uses payments and is involved in payments uses a network system that is connected with that payment system. And before any payments are made, the information is checked, double-checked, goes through various layers of authorization before anything is paid. However, with work itself, it's managed with islands of information. So people doing work are eventually reaching milestones and payment milestones. Because of those payment milestones, contracts are paid, invoices are paid, people are paid, and business is flowing. So without the work, there's no money. So the work is equal to the gold. However, we would argue that if you manage the work as well as people who run gold mining companies and oil drilling companies manage the oil and the gold, you will make a lot of savings. So we would think that, in fact, a certain level of, maybe not paranoia, but certainly extra effort, significant extra effort should be made in managing the work. Now, just quote from Lou Gessler, who was the savior of IBM when IBM nearly went bust in the 80s. They were 13 billion in the red when he came in, and 6 years later, they had 6 million. They were 6 billion in the black, sorry. He said, you can never be comfortable with your success. You've got to be paranoid, or you're going to lose it. And the CEO of Intel wrote a book called Only the Paranoid Survive. We think there's changes coming in the facility management business now that you've got these devices that are out in the field. They're cheap, they're connected, and they're capable of transmitting a lot of information, storing a lot of information, passing a lot of information for collaboration between the employees. There are some companies using these systems already. We've got case studies on this. They're on our website, In2Sequence.com, and we can show 40. They're saying, our customers are saying, some of them have got 40% gains since they've introduced these systems. That's the type of stuff that's available, and those who use the technology will get at least some of them. So another few quotes. Tom Peters said, "What gets measured gets done." Lou Gessner also said, "People don't do what you expect, they do what you inspect." This was his mantra when he was bringing IBM from 13 billion indebtedness to 6 billion profitability over a period of 6 years. Despite this, knowledge has been there for quite a while. Most companies implement work management through paper or spreadsheets. So however, Finn Jackson, who's the author of the Escher Cycle, wrote that most companies who implement measurement systems, like the balanced scorecard, abandon them. And the reason they abandon them is because the measurement is too difficult. Actually, it's too intrusive on people doing the work. So with these new technologies that are available, and the science is in on this stuff, it is no longer too difficult to measure. So now it's actually possible to unlock some of these benefits and actually do this measurement which everybody knows intuitively is a good idea. So instead of the islands of information, we think you should have a full connected network, right from the devices in the field right back to the central database server. The central database server should be comprehensive, and it should be self-managing and self-maintaining, and take away the islands. It shows like a living organism with information going to and fro, with nerve endings.